Hello everybody, welcome back to KNG Gaming. Today we're going to be going to my next dream address, which is the second remake of a New Leaf dream address that I've done on my island called 404, which is based on the internet error code item not found, and it is a vaporwave themed island, and I am super excited to show off this one. It took me a very long time to make. I think Wind was released not terribly long after my first dream address, but 404 was released earlier in 2023, and then the next island, which I will not be spoiling, was released like towards the very end of 2023. So now we're going to be revisiting my island of 404, which is based on the vaporwave aesthetic. So old arcades, crazy neon colors, all of those kind of like the sunsets, the video game based imagery, the Greco-Roman statues, all of that. I'm a huge fan of the vaporwave aesthetic and the vaporwave, any kind of vaporwave music. Of course, back in the day when it was first discovered to be more popular, Lisa Frank 420, of course, an absolute classic. I like all kinds of electronic genres, so vaporwave holds a close place to my heart. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get in there and visit the island of 404. And as usual, as Luna gets the dream address ready, I will just ramble a little bit longer. But yeah, 404 is a Southern Hemisphere island that's set in October because I cannot stand the Bunny Day shenanigans, and I think the contrast of having Halloween stuff up during cherry blossoms is very vaporwave, so I'm very thankful that in New Horizons we're able to have Southern Hemisphere islands, especially because, you know, people in the Southern Hemisphere haven't had seasons the way they know it for a long time, but also because I get to do cool stuff like this and avoid dealing with Bunny Day the whole time I work on an island. Alright, and here we are. As usual, I make all of my own custom codes, and thankfully with 404, you can actually download all of the codes that I made on this island if you want to visit the dream address and grab them. I made a lot of codes for this island. Not a full set of codes, but quite a few of them. I'm very proud of my flag for 404. Just nice clock, digital clock letters, or numbers, as well as a city skyline. For this is a very city-based island. You got some clothes you can pick out if you want to have an outfit that matches the island. Here is the entrance. I made all of those tiles myself, and I'm really happy with the road tiles I made. It has a very neon kind of quality to them. I kind of tried to make the sidewalk look like Tron-esque a little bit. And the funny thing is, all of these tiles are very similar to the ones that I made for the original New Leaf Dream address, but much better, considering we have transparent pixels now, which, thank goodness. Imagine having to do all these road codes with no transparent pixels. Absolute painful. This is Hamlet's house, who is the resident rep of the island. I made his living room kind of as liminal as I could, but just a nice little living area. Lots of crazy patterns. We have statues. I tried to make his house more lighted by the items in the room rather than the overhead lights, because I think it just looks nicer. It looks more chill this way. I've tried to put a lot of pieces of furniture that have lighting, like the rocket lamp and the ice cream soft serve lamp, that kind of thing. Here is his bathroom. I have a lot of fun with the bubble machine in here. It has a very nice vibe to it. Of course, more statues. The beautiful statue and the robust statue. And the shell fountain in the center. And the hula doll. I had a lot of fun with Hamlet's house. And the funny thing is, Hamlet was actually a new villager in Animal Crossing New Leaf. I made a town called Fantasia, which is where my character Hamlet originally comes from, but I love him so much that I made him the resident rep of this island. But yeah, Hamlet was a new villager in that game, which was funny to me, because I didn't even think about him when I named that character. I was just like, yeah, Shakespeare, let's go. And then everyone's like, oh, you mean the jock hamster villager? I'm like, no, I don't, actually. And then here's his little kitchen area, kind of like an ice cream parlor. I once again only used items that were lighting up the room to give it more of a vibe, and I really like how that turned out. Definitely a fun little area. And back into the main room. The fun part about having this island set in October during cherry blossom season, since it's in Southern Hemisphere, is I got a lot of the Halloween related DIYs, like the spooky set, which I think really fits into this kind of vibe. Also, those pancakes, I want to eat them. They make me very hungry. I don't know about you guys, but the food in this game actually looks really good. Which, kudos to the Animal Crossing team who worked on New Horizons, because the food is so good looking. And then I used some bookshelves to make a little pantry area over there. Yeah, nice little kitchen. Then back out to the main room. We're gonna go down to the basement first. And down here we have like an interesting mishmash kind of room. We have like a little arcade area. We have the disco ball, but we also have a section for some laundry. So kind of like a laundromat arcade combo. There's also a karaoke machine, so it kind of reflects another part of the island that we'll be getting to later, but I like the disco-themed basement. And, of course, we have to get the party confetti going. And then, finally, we'll go up to the upstairs. Unsurprisingly, it is a bedroom, but I am obsessed with the train. I can't remember the exact name of the wallpaper. It's like the train wallpaper. It is so good. It is so perfect. And yet again, I made sure all the lights were out so you could see all the glowing items. Hamlet has his gaming setup back here. He also has a TV that doubles as a karaoke machine, and the bed in there as well. And that's for Hamlet's house. Alright, moving on. I used an absolute crap ton of those palm tree lamps because they are so perfect. I almost thought about making some different colors, but there's so much pink and purple and orange going on as it is that the green is a nice little complement. Also, this little mini park area I really like with the festival balloons. Alright, and then moving on up here, we have another roadway. I actually went ham with the beaches for once. All of the beaches are actually pretty decorated, which is unusual for me, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. My whole theme for all the beaches was like a boardwalk carnival style kind of thing. And we got all of the beautiful 2.0 cars. And this is my magnificent statue slash rock garden. And there's my character Beatrice over there, but man, I am so proud of how this turned out. I got all the rocks where I wanted them to. That took a million years. I added some more flowers and a whole bunch of statues and gyroids and the Turkey Day garden stands. I used quite a few of those on this island too. They're quite a good one. And of course, the beautiful statue that some have dubbed the pee-pee statue, which, excellent, go for it. But yeah, the statue of David's one of my favorites, but of course I used a fake one because I'm not waiting for a real one to show up, and I think the fake ones add a certain je ne sais quoi to it. Up this way we have the little villager neighborhood. There's Vladimir. Got a scooter. I didn't edit any of the houses in Happy Home Paradise. I had this island for way too long and I just wanted to release a dream address, so I just let them be where they were. And this island, I believe I started at pre-2.0, so I chose all the houses based on what they looked like anyway. So it worked out for me. I didn't need to change any of them necessarily. But yeah, we have a little two-tiered neighborhood. I like how it turned out. I tried to add like some trash bins and whatever outside so it looked more like an actual little neighborhood. And it's also very handy when I was getting rid of all of my excess flowers and stuff. Which, my islands always get just absolutely filled with flowers because I turn on the beautiful island ordinance to breed flowers and I forget to turn it off and then they're just everywhere. Alright, now we're getting into the strip mall area. And this right here is my Taco Bell. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen images of this already, but I am very proud of this one. You can see the logos and everything. I hand pixeled that in the game. I didn't use any kind of a QR code or anything. I made that with a controller, and I am very pleased with how it turned out. I wanted to do like a 90s Taco Bell specifically, because 90s Taco Bell is the best Taco Bell, and no one can tell me otherwise. It was all downhill after the remodels. I mean, honestly, just thinking about how fast food places used to look compared to now, they were so much more fun looking, and now they just look like depressed adults, which, yeah, same, but I miss the vibrant colors. At least Taco Bell still has some purple, but like, you know, those images of, well, I used to go to them because I'm old, but just all the different colors, the bright teals. And here is my arcade, complete with party carpet, and I made that design myself as well. You can download that one if you want to use it, but I'm really happy with how well it tiles, and it doesn't look like it's too samey. Very, very pleased. I got a million arcade everything, and shout out to Pink Froggy Chair over there. We love Froggy Chair. And then next door to the arcade is the laundromat. I had a lot of fun with this one too. A lot of lost socks. There's a little bathroom in the back. And there's also some vending machines and a little place to sit. And then if we go down here, this is back behind the museum. There's my character Jasper. Unfortunately, I meant to have, not Jasper, but Antoine. He's the one who runs the shop that we'll go to later that does readings, but I guess he's just helping out his partner. And there he is, Sir Antoine. I forgot to give him a phrase, but he welcomes you here, so that's good. We got the truck. I really like how this highway down here turned out. It's very lush, but it's still very city-like. And there's Antoine chilling over there. We have more things on the beach later, but we will go back. Here we have the campsite up here. Got a little flamingo lawn ornament because absolutely we need one of those. And yeah, it's just right. The museum's right behind it. A little relaxing campsite area. And then down this way, we go down to the beach. We'll do the beaches later. I'm gonna go up onto this land bridge I made with all the Nova lights. And I also have a city skyline. It's like impossible to get good pictures of it because of the jail bars in the foreground, but I have a whole bunch of servers and other light up items to make a little city skyline, and I think it still looks pretty cool. It's easier to see when you're actually walking across the bridge. And then up this way is the Neon Palm Mall. It is fully walkable. There are several shops and a gigantic food court. This takes up like a third of the map, and I am so glad I built this. It took forever to do all the terraforming though. But yeah, down here we have the food court, which I'm very proud of. I even have a little wet floor sign because there's often some kind of random spill at a mall food court. Funnily enough, the mall near my area actually isn't dead at all. I know a lot of malls are dead lately, but for whatever reason, mine isn't. Alright, let's go into our first house here. All of these houses are shops in the mall. And here we are at the clothing store at the Neon Palm Mall. Really happy with how this turned out. I think it definitely gives the vibes of like a department store. And can I just say, please bring back Gracie Grace. I missed the princess set. I even missed the Gracie set. I missed the gorgeous set. Where did Gracie go? I miss her. Please, bring her back. I played a lot of City Folk back in the day. It's just really hard for me to go back to it, but one of my favorite features was the city and all the shops you could go to there, and most importantly, the Gracie Grace shop where you had to sell both of your kidneys to buy a couch, which I missed that. With how much money you can easily get in New Horizons if you know what you're doing. I would love to be able to waste hundreds of thousands of bells on the princess set or whatever other sets. I miss the princess set the most, can you tell? All that is to say, this is just a big old department store in a house, which I love making shops in player characters' houses. For my next islands, I'm going to try and do fewer side characters though, because it took forever to get all of this furniture and to give it to my side character and decorate on my side character's house, and then realize I need 17 more pieces of furniture. It is a lot. But yeah, big fan of this nice little bathroom here. Tried to use the little stalls so you would have privacy if you went in here. And it is a unisex bathroom. We don't care what gender you are, just go to the bathroom, please. Alright, and then the back room over here. We have like a little changing room over here. More selection of clothing to choose from. I love all the 2.0 clothing items, like the hanger racks, etc. I think it's cool. And of course, important for when you're playing Happy Home Paradise. And I got, of course, random gyroids in the rooms because gyroids are cool. And now we're gonna head off to the next room, which is going to be the upstairs apartment for Miss Beatrice. This is where she lives. She's the owner of the store. Has her own little bathroom, her own clothing racks, her own bed, etc. I love giving shot upon her player characters their own little upstairs apartment. I think it's so fun. And then downstairs we go. And we have another store area, another sales floor. You can buy some jewelry or some perfume, and there's some shoe boxes, more merchandise tables, etc. Just more places to buy items. And that's it. That's it for the clothing store. Clothing/department store is what I would describe it as. Alright, and then next door is her twin brother's house, which is a bakery. And her twin brother's name is Benjamin, so Benjamin and Beatrice, or Ben and B. They're two of my original characters and I love them a lot. Here's Ben's bakery. I tried to make it more rustic and homey. If you remember, I did have my character Law have a bakery on my first island of Nocturne. And Lou and his husband Dorian and their kids, they're in the same general universe as Benjamin and Beatrice. And then here's the kitchen where Ben works his magic and makes all of the wonderful treats and breads for you to eat. Although bread is also a treat, so hey. I like the yellow color scheme and the little pops of pink in the wood cones. Alright, and then to the next room. This is just a little seating area for you to eat some treats. There's some ice cream, some carrot cake, etc. I love the little soft serve items from I believe they're from Red's Raffle on Harb's Island, I think. Or they're either that or they're from the fireworks in August, which, can I say that as someone with a birthday in August, what a absolute honor to have that kind of a thing happen in my birth month. And then we have a nice little bathroom area. You are covered. If you need to use the bathroom on this island, you are absolutely covered. There are so many places. There's even some porta potties on the beach, so if you need to go, you have a lot of places, thankfully. And then down to the basement, just another kitchen area for Ben to make his stuff if he needs some extra space. Pretty simple. I kind of gave up when it came to the basement. I think if I were to ever redo this island, I would just stop giving my player characters basements if they don't need them. I think that's like the biggest lesson I learned on this island. Stop fully upgrading side characters' houses. Like if I want to change the outside of it, I'll just go to the upstairs and leave it at that. And then here is Ben's little apartment. I'm a big fan. He has to have a huge kitchen. He is just an absolute culinary mastermind. He has his little bathroom area. Yeah, I love making little apartment spaces. I think it's where I excel with interior design. And we already went to the basement. That's just a speed run misclick, like in the last one. Alright. And that's it for the bakery. I had a lot of fun making that one. I always have fun making bakeries just because I'm like, I want all of those cakes and stuff. Oh, and there's Miss Fuchsia. Hello, Miss Fuchsia. Now we're gonna go up to the 3rd level of the mall. And I tried to make the walkways pretty but simple so it's easy to navigate. Up here, this is Jasper's home. And he owns a little bookstore. I used the trick of putting bookshelves in front of the other entrances to the room so I didn't have to decorate them. Because at this point I'm like, I don't want to decorate this many full houses. I think I have 5 side characters, which is nuts. Downstairs we have the bathroom. A little classier bathroom than the other ones, more upscale. And go back here and you have the closets. And then upstairs we go. And then once again we have a upstairs apartment. The IV drip is meant to mean that, you know, if you couldn't tell, Jasper and Antoine have different color skin tones and they have horns. They're meant to be demons. So, I mean, I don't know. I just thought the IV was kind of funny, even though he's not really a vampire, he's a demon. But, you know, supernatural, weird, he wants blood for some reason. And that's it for this house. Jasper is actually the kind of like the demon alter ego of my character Dorian. And he's a writer, so I gave Jasper that trait as well. Now the next one we have here is the daycare center for the mall. And I posted these pictures to Instagram and Reddit, and I'm still so happy with the main room of this little area because I used a ton of those new cute plushie items and the Sanrio furniture. And look at that, a sloppy sink. I should I should make a sloppy sink counter at some point, but not for these islands. Or maybe I'll do that later and make a post about the millions of sloppy sinks I have. And then the back room is just a little play area for the kids to be in for the daycare. And the daycare is run by Celine, who is an angel. So she's very nurturing. She's there to keep the kids of the Neon Pond Mall safe while their parents are shopping. And then to the left over here, we have the little bathroom area. It also has a little place for to measure the kids, you know, just keep them entertained. Fun thing to do, I guess. And then to the right, we have another room over here. And this one is a little area where they can play, have some nap time. You know, there's some kids' tents, there's a pop-up book. I just made like little areas for kids to play in while their parents go shopping. And Miss Celine is very good at watching kids, so... And now we're gonna go to the downstairs. And there's just another little play area, little happy birthday sign, place where kids can go for a birthday party. Just various little toys, little bunk beds for them to nap on, etc. I really love that carpet, by the way. That's like one of my favorite carpets that relates to this island at the basement there. And then once again, we're going to go to Celine's apartment. And she has a little setup here. She has her fax machine and the sewing machine, her little kitchen, a little DIY workbench because she likes to work on things, a dolly just minding her own business, not being evil or anything. If you know, you know. And yeah, I really like this, and the circus carpet's really cute too. And that is it for that shop. And now we're going to go to the final shop in the mall, which is Antoine's house. And this is honestly my favorite interior on the whole island, because I wanted to give, you know, fortune teller vibes, of course, but I also wanted it to be kind of similar to the scene from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where Pee-wee sees his fortune teller and asks where his bike is. If you've seen that film, I tried to include like the rainy alley, and yeah, I am really proud of this one. It's way different from all the other builds on this island, but I love it so much. And I included the castle walls. Now we're gonna go into the basement, not of the Alamo, but of this house. And yeah, Antoine just hangs out down here, summons things, does his arts down here. He's got to keep fit too, so he's got his little gym area, and the ornithopter up front there, up on the ceiling, and then paintings, etc. And then his upstairs is his little apartment area, just like all the other shops in the mall. He has a pretty simple little setup here, but once again, I love that October in Southern Hemisphere is the cherry blossom season at the beginning of October. You can get all kinds of spooky items at the same time, so if you want to do an island that's set in cherry blossoms, but you don't want to deal with any kind of bunny day shenanigans, or zipper tea bunny, or all the eggs, I'd recommend setting your island in October in Southern Hemisphere, because it's much more of a delightful process than to have to deal with all of that bunny day stuff. And just, you know, when the game first came out in March of 2020 and then bunny day hit us, I remember when it wasn't nerfed, so it was like the whole month of April, and everyone was like dying. Oh, and there's Miss Celine asking us to visit her daycare. What a sweetie. I love her so much. Anyway, oh, there's Hamlet. He says it's all in your hands, which is a line from Lisa Frank 420, the very famous vaporwave song. And there's Benjamin asking about our order for his bakery. But yeah, man, back to the chaos of April of 2020. I remember everyone, including myself, just absolutely losing it over finding eggs when we were trying to fish, or when we were trying to hit rocks for materials and there's just eggs everywhere. The egg apocalypse, if you will. But yeah, if if you want to have a cherry blossom island, but you hate Bunny Day and all of that, highly recommend doing a Southern Hemisphere island in October. It's much better. Also, here's the beachside carnival. Used a lot of those plaza and carnival items. I love them, and I love that they all light up. There's Nook's Cranny, and there's my build, like the gas station. I have pictures of that on my Instagram. I had a lot of fun making that. That was like one of the first builds I did on this island. Although, like, the way I build things is very sporadic. Like, I will do literally all of the terraforming first, like a madman, then put out all the paths, and then I'll start decorating small patches, but I'm very, like, sporadic with decorating my islands. So I'll probably just do, like, small gameplay things, some speed builds for my new islands, but I'm not very organized when it comes to making islands. A lot of YouTubers I watch are really good about just building one thing at a time, as opposed to me, where I design the map, I do all of the map terraforming, and then I just randomly decorate places as I feel like doing, which isn't the most good thing for videos. Anyway, got some like small gyroid beach up here. I actually decorated like 90% of the beaches, which is wild because I don't usually do that. But yeah, up here we have that little carnival item. I made some like white wooden planks. And then we go over here. Yeah, that's about all of the island. I'll just make my way back to Luna, show you more of the roads and everything. I had a blast making this island. I have a speed build of this bridge up on this channel from a long time ago, if you want to see my process on that one. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed. If you do visit, you can tag me on Instagram at NoteCrossing, or wherever else you want to. Let's do another lap along the beach here. All the beach chairs. I love that I was able to customize that hammock with the party carpet. I think it looks really good. And then here's the toilets up here, like I mentioned earlier. And last part of the beach up here. I had a huge peninsula and I was gonna do something with it, but I forgot what my plan was, and it just ended up being kind of an extension of the rock and statue garden in the center. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to visit the stream address, it's in the description. And I will see you all next Thursday for another dream tour and the most recent dream address that I have put out. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good day. See you next Thursday.